OpenAI 推出了 Codex APP， 它是一个功能强大的智能体指挥中心，现在只能在 macOS 上使用。这是它的官方下载链接，你在这里下载，随后就可以体验它的功能。如果你是付费用户，可以直接来使用，像 Plus、Pro 都可以。我自己是一个苹果电脑，这是我下载之后的一个界面。我们看一下左边栏，这里是你一个项目，在这里它都会把所有的工作存储在这里。这是自动化，你可以使用 Codex 来实现自动化，并且还给了我们一些例子。它也有 skills， 你可以安装就可以。常见的 skills 这里都展示出来了，你可以根据这些来进行使用。在这里你可以进行对话框，你可以添加一些文件或者斜杠，比如说你斜杠，它这里就会出现一些很多的内容功能，叫你选择，有你的一个记录，也有 MCP 来供我们使用。这下面有 local 本地的，有 worktree， 还有云端，在这里也可以进行选择使用。OpenAI 的 developers 官网，它给了3个例子，我们可以来逐一的看一下。第一个，它是使用 Codex 的应用方式，采用团队的方式，我们可以打开看一下。
Basically copy the link from what I'm working on in Figma, so like we can open it up here. So I'll go ahead and I'll just take this link here, and I'll just paste it in here, and then I'll click go. So this will work a little bit. We can have a look at what it's doing while it's going, and this will, just kind of refresh in real time.
And this is the magic of using like a hot reload setup, so you can kind of monitor as Codex is going.
Pretty good. Let's have a look at the original design. So this is the original design. Yeah, it's used my entire design system as well. So these are buttons from the design system. This was here before, and it's used the same ones. And this is a good example of where it was like 90% of the way there. So I would just maybe like remove a few of these borders. I would adjust some of the styling. I would make it look a little bit, more like this chart on the left. I'd probably like implement like a click out here, but like these are really like, it's getting me like 80% of the way there. And that's helping me move like, I don't know, like 2-3 times as fast. So it's just like a very cool way to prototype extremely quickly, particularly in a world of LLMs where the output of LLMs is so dynamic and non-deterministic. If you're designing for AI, it's very hard to do it in these static Figmas and other things like this alone. They're a great way to get it started, but ultimately you want to stress test it, which is why we've built interactive prototypes, so that you can see all these edge cases. And it's just like an incredible prototyping tool to get started.
我们来自己使用它的一个 skills， 我们打开，这里是你直接安装就可以。比如说我使用这个，你可以看到它直接就给你了一个 skills， 你可以创建、编辑或者是 PDF 总结它的一个改变的一个内容。我选择本地，我直接发给他，这里他开始进行一些思考。这是列出文件、搜索，它使用的就是 PDF 的 skill， 然后它会按照 skill 的完全的功能来实现。你可以看到它直接就给了我们一些答案，我们可以试着看看能否打开，它直接是打开这个。你可以在这里进行使用，这是我本地的，你告诉他做一些事情，他就可以来完成。这样你可以按照 PDF 的格式来进行改变。我们再来看一下它完成的多任务处理。
Features I actually wanted to add was the ability to sort my pin tasks. So in the work tree, we do have the ability to sort these workspaces, which is really nice. And I just want to add the same thing for the pin task. So for this, I'm going to kick off a task on a work tree and use the master branch. And I'm just going to ask update the sidebar pinned tasks so that I can drag and drop to reorder them. So I'll send that out. And this is where often when I was working on the VS Code extension, I'd kind of be in this place where I want to let Codex do its thing. I don't want to keep working. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's on its own work tree. It'll be completely managed by the app, and I can actually go continue what I was working on before. So in this case, I am actively updating the create branch button. So let me see if I can find that right now. So I haven't actually looked at this yet. I'm going to apply all these changes on my local tree.
Okay.
And then we can see how Codex did. And yeah, it seems like this might be unintentional. It seems like it's creating the branch twice here. So what I can actually do there is I can just comment here and I can ask it, why are we creating the branch twice?
And so also while you're sending this off, you're still having Codex actually work on your other tasks at the same time.
Yes, exactly. It actually seems that, let's pull up this. I was just working on a similar modal, and I also gave it the Figma designs we see right below here, or right above, and it just finished up a nice big PR as well here. You can see there's a bunch of changes here. And we also have finished up this drag and drop PR. So let's take a look at this and see how this did. I'm going to quickly clear out my local state. So let's try and apply these this drag and drop feature and see how this one did while it's working on the other one. All right, so if we take a look here and we apply the changes while Codex seems to still be taking a look at this and making sure there's not any problems. We can keep working here, and I'm going to apply all the changes for the drag and drop on the pinned task. So now let's take a look and see how Codex did. All right, this looks pretty good. I think
我自己来尝试一下它的多功能任务。我们打开自动化来体验一下，来点击这个，这里有自动化，这是我们使用这个项目，选择这个产生，这里它提醒我它没有可读的一个自动化，也就是我没有更新，这个没有实现。我们再来看一下它使用产品的一个迭代速度。我们打开看一下，它使用了自定义的 scale， 几分钟内就可以发布了公告，发布了功能。
Or even when you want to file a ticket. In this case, I saw, there was this button and it was kind of confusing as to what it did. So my immediate thing is to say, okay, what does this button even do? I'm just asking a question. So then I pinged the team and I was like, hey, this is a strange behavior to me. I just confirmed that we don't need this button. I don't want to go around deleting people's buttons for no reason. So like, we don't need it. Okay, great. So I told it to delete it. And actually I got distracted and I was working on some other stuff. Saw the change. We went back and forth. So I created a PR and I saw that my PR got approved, but there was a test failure. And, I have become so lazy. Like the moment I'm like, I've got to go into like BuildKite and like look at the test logs, it's like, But the app has all these great skills. And so I could just click into the skills tab and I'd just be like, BuildKite. Okay, sick. Someone has like already figured this out for me. So I'd be like, okay, let's go back to this thing and just be like, BuildKite fetch logs, why failing? And it told me, okay, you need to install the BuildKite tokens. So I did that. So I was like, okay, I ran the command to get a token, now fix my PR. So what I immediately did is I went to the top level folder in the repo, which is where all the skills are. And I just asked it to fix this problem. I had to ask you how to set the BuildKite token. I don't want you to have to do that next time. So, read the rollout, reflect on what might fix it, and like update the skill. I probably could have just said update the skill, but I feel like kind of helping it like know how to think through it results in higher quality, especially because I'm often using Codex on low, which I think is like an underrated technique. And so basically, we went had a bit of a back and forth, but ultimately made an update to the thing that is in a PR somewhere. Just to summarize, like we went through this inductive journey where I was looking at user feedback, and I saw a thing, I asked the question, realized this probably needed to be changed. So then I like made the change and then in making the change I had a PR failure. So I used a skill to fix the PR failure, but then improved two skills kind of as I went.
这个我就没法体验了，它直接创作了一个新的产品，我们就暂时不体验了。如果你想做一些别的事情，可以先从它的快速开始来进行一个一个的体验。如果你想观看更多关于 OpenAI 的最新功能更新教程以及相关的解决方案，我这里有一个播放列表，里面有很多的视频等待着你的探索。你也可以在我的频道中搜索关键词，快速的找到视频。